what's cracking? I'm out here in the UK on the straight out of Compton tour, man. Much love. And you know you rocking with, man. It's Lil Easy E, and we about that online. So we finna get it cracking, man.
Peace, family. So if you haven't already, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We want to check out an excerpt from some of these clips from the Digital Soapbox Networks. Don't forget, you can check out the Gangster Chronicles podcast and stuff on there and catch the full interviews. So this is shared from Big Court's feature, and it was Big Court and MC Eiht having a bit of a disagreement on some of the no limit deals. So we want to get some of you guys' thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to the Digital Soapbox Network and check out their shows.
So he ain't no bad dude.
Who, P?
Yeah.
Not at all. You heard something different?
Well, a lot of people say he this, he cheated, he didn't this, he that. He didn't give me what I deserved, shit like that. But you hear that with everybody.
You don't hear that all the time.
Business.
You know what? This is the thing about that, bro. I'll speak on that a little bit. And I mean, listen, I can't speak for nobody because everybody had their own experience, but I kind of know, how P got down. Technically, if you think about it, what P would do is, man, he would give you lump sum. Okay, say, let's just be 100. A lot of the rappers that came on No Limit, the brand No Limit was selling that shit. These people didn't have track records. Some of them wasn't even real artists necessarily. They just niggas in the hood that rap.
Right.
He like, okay, I know you, nigga, you want to rap? Okay, come on, because No Limit, the brand is hot right now. We put that tank on anything, it's going to sell. Right. You know what I mean? So you a nigga, you ain't never put a demo together. You just rapping in the hood. So he take you and say, all right, here.
Yeah, guys, so, have a look at MC Eiht body language. He's just, he seems like he waiting to chime in, or he doesn't agree, or he has his opinion on things, like Court said in his interview. So let's check out the rest of this.
I'm gonna give you $500,000, buy you a $500,000 house, you know what I'm saying, set you up with a few cars. You okay, you good. You know what I'm saying? You can get out there, get your show money, go charge niggas for verses, all that shit, right? So he maybe spent, say, $1 million, $1.5 million on you. You know what I'm saying? Say your album go gold. You do the numbers, you know what I'm saying? So your album go gold, what's that? Maybe 3.5 million or so that was generated. But you know how they recoup. You talk about the recoup shit.
Yeah,
so if he was
recoup nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
You're
exactly.
Not. You have to know how to. First of all, you're dumb as fuck if you get $500,000 and go buy a $500,000 house. Don't go do that shit. Because you're not finna recoup anything.
No, but think about, he gave that to them.
Okay, and they should know. I don't want that shit.
No.
Because you give me a $500,000 house, I gotta pay the mortgage on this motherfucker, I gotta pay the taxes on the property. Okay, so you ain't never getting no royalties.
Yeah, guys, so here we see MC Eiht saying he feels you ain't getting no royalties isn't a good split against being, paid in a big advance. So he goes on to suggest that, if you've been given a house, you're gonna have to pay the mortgage, you're gonna have to pay all these additional costs and stuff like that, which could be too much for you if you're not continuing to make money. So let's get back into this and see Big Court response.
Yeah, right. It could go like that, but then think about it, opposed to him giving, say 21 cent, 50 cent. You see what I'm saying? Because if he paid your album do 500,000 and he giving you 50 cents.
So he was pretty much doing non-traditional deals, but
no, let's do the numbers though. If he give you 50 cent a record and you go gold, what is he supposed to get you? What is the math on that? What's that, 250,000?
Yeah, like 250,000.
That's 250,000. So if he didn't basically invested $1 million in you, he paid you. You see what I'm saying? 800-something more than what you would have got if he said, you know what, I'm gonna do you like the white man do you. You know what I'm saying? Here you go. You're gonna get your 7 points. You know what I'm saying? And here you go. And then you wait for this money to come in. Wait for us to recoup and all that shit. So you see?
Yeah. So Court giving a different perspective on looking at it, saying that being paid in an advanced way like that is a lot different. You could take that money, hustle it, flip it, do what's necessary. As opposed to waiting on residuals and stuff to come back. What do you guys think? Do you think that's a non-traditional deal. We see how the music business has completely changed now, but at that time, that was something that could be done. Do you think that it was a good deal? Let us know.
See, it's
You know what
pros
I
and
think,
cons
though?
to it.
It's still not a good deal, man. Because at the end of the day, yeah, you gotta. How you gonna pay for that shit? You're not finna be that rapping nigga forever.
Well-
You're not getting them shows. You're not. You already see it. You're not talented. You're not talented.
Not for
So okay,
But this
you
what
take
hustle
the house. You take the. Oh, so you go. So you got to remain the hustler, right? Because you got $1 million. You got a $500,000 house. You got 2 cars in your driveway, totaling $500,000. Now you got $1 million tag. Now you go. How am I supposed to maintain this shit when I can't get a fucking show?
No, that's what you do. While you hot, you get your ass out on tour. You hustle.
Most of them
And you
niggas
go
was
make-
not hot, and
No,
you
that's
know
on
it.
them, but this is on. No, they hot if they got a gold record. You know what I'm saying? If you got a gold record, there's somebody somewhere buying your shit, and it's niggas that'll give you when you go in them
We
cities.
know the game. A lot of that shit is not selling. A lot of that shit was being bought by their own companies. You said a lot of that shit, like you said, the name was selling that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of those artists, like I said, I was gonna sign to No Limit. Okay.
I
A
remember.
lot of those artists, like you said, the name was selling them.
For sure.
And at a time when the name was done, what happened to a lot of artists on No Limit?
Yeah, for sure.
So here we see Eiht saying himself he was going to sign to No Limit, and he feels though at the end of the run, a lot of artists didn't work out that great for him. So what do you guys think? Let's check back a little bit more of this. Don't forget, you can check out the full interview on the Digital Soapbox Network. Shouts out to the whole Gangster Chronicles team.
Sure.
Okay, so now I'm stuck with $1 million fucking house.
That's paid for that you can
Oh,
sell.
But ain't it different if it would be different if MC8 signed with No Limit? And just think what he would have did up front with you because you MC8.
Yeah,
Right.
but
Yeah, we just want to interject there. Court made a great point saying you could sell a house. We recently did an interview with Rico from the Sons of Funk. He said he was able to leverage his house and some stuff into real estate and to continue on. But we understand not everybody was that versed in real estate and maybe getting into business. However, we do hear that there was some kind of teachings and stuff going on around No Limit at the time and advice on how people can invest their money. You know, but with such a big organization and infrastructure, who knows to what levels it would trickle down to everybody and who would feel it would be necessary to make certain steps. You know, it's a difficult one at the end of the day. You know, business is business, and then people are responsible for their actions therein. Eiht was just picking up on a point where he feels that the artists with bigger names were able to capitalize more. So let's check this out.
like you said, in the long run, that house is gonna be sold. Them cars is gonna be sold.
But though, playing devil's advocate though, bro, if he had did a traditional deal, you
wait
got
out
less.
motherfucker, yeah.
Yeah,
wouldn't even
because
have
if
the
you were
house.
smart enough, you wouldn't
even
take
got
a
the house.
traditional deal. But some
that's what
artists,
it was, though.
as the beginning artists, you got to take.
Yeah,
that
because
shit.
think about it. Like I said, you got a nigga right off the street. What kind of leverage do we have?
Like really nothing.
Exactly. So
it don't sound like he was unfair.
No.
It sound like
So
it was just,
ultimately, what I'm saying is no. I mean, listen, I can't speak for everybody, but P is a giving dude. Like he gave freely. You know what I'm saying? And actually, there's a lot of times where I would tell him, nigga, I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I think you being too nice. You know what I mean? But but you can't please everybody in this business. You know
Yeah,
how
for
that
sure.
goes.
And the thing is, like Eiht said, though, when you got a dude that ain't really talented, that don't know the business, all he know is he got this house and these 2 cars. In his mind, he think he really done did some shit. But
that's
it
on
could have
him.
been.
Y'all ain't looking at
Guess
it
what?
at
That's
the
not
beginning part, though.
P's responsibility.
Master P would go in the hood. Oh, you rap? Come on. And
Yeah.
now he done laid this on the
That's what I'm
table for
saying.
somebody in the hood.
So, dog, you got to think, just like with Puffy, right? Just like with Diddy, and I think rest in peace to, was it Black Rob that just passed away?
Yeah.
You know, people was like, no disrespect, but dude is grown. So just because he worked for Puffy and was signed to Puffy 25 years ago, he's still supposed to be responsible for him? You know what I'm saying? Like, this a grown-ass man. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, where's accountability?
You know what,
in the
though? That's
artist?
the internet, man. Don't nothing make sense on the internet.
No,
'Cause
but-
them is a bunch of niggas out there that just know
Well,
everything.
this is what I'm saying, but I'm kind of saying even to H's point, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a nigga give you, you know what I'm saying? you know, it's like in the hood. If a nigga throw you a couple, you know what I'm saying, whatever, and tell you, okay, run with the ball, you ain't even gotta pay me nothing back. Like, you know what I'm saying? So now if you fumble the rock, you know, and you fall on your ass, oh, so it's his fault? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
but that's how like you said, we talking about people, man, that don't have no place in the music business sometimes. They just don't got no place. If that's what you're talking about, then people will always be, even though they got more than what they were supposed to get technically, they got a shot. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Because it was some people that came off of No Limits that had pretty cool careers.
There's viable artists.
You know,
a lot of viable artists that came from No Limits.
Y'all being slick and trying to say that's Death Row or something.
It
It was a lot of, and I ain't gonna say people, I'm gonna say us on Death Row that shouldn't have been in the music business. But we wasn't on the music part of it. We was on the other end of it.
Oh no!
But it's all still the same
I wasn't
thing.
talking about I'm talking about a person that's a rapper. It wasn't Suge didn't have you over there trying to make rap records. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different thing. You know, when you put somebody in the realm of being an artist, that's different than executive. You can show somebody how to be an executive. You can get a homie and tell him how to do this. But when you take that same homie and turn him into an artist, now man, you bring raps and he mess around and get off with it.
Yeah.
That's a whole different little scenario right there. You can kind of get, you know what I'm saying, convoluted a little bit because they don't understand it. But you can't.
Yeah, guys. So you can check out the full interview on the Digital Soapbox Network. As I've said, I'd encourage you guys to watch the full interview to get its wider context and stuff as well. What do you guys think? Let us know your thoughts. Do you feel as though the deals were good deals that were being offered at the time? They've been well documented, and you know, we've spoken to a few artists and had different sides of the coin in terms of how they feel that their careers went. Ultimately, you know, some taking responsibility for the most parts, and you know, not being too mad or anything, just saying, you know, that was a different part of the game, and sometimes they had their own circumstances and situations happening that was you know, causing a rift or just issues at the time and stuff. So I think not all the time it's the label's fault. However, sometimes you know, I guess we do gotta look at labels and deals and stuff like that and how things are put together. I think in today's time with the music business, there's a lot more clarity and stuff with deals and how things can be done. One thing, needless to say, what was done with No Limit would probably never ever be done again, and it was definitely unprecedented at the time. So I think what some people probably not say need to realize or look at, those deals were non-traditional, but the whole infrastructure, business model, and the way that No Limit had released music, especially from 98 and 99 and stuff, was unmatched and undid before, especially just the sheer volume and stuff like that as well. So some would say, with that being said, the first time something's ever been done on such a scale, it's going to be done in a different way. So let us know your comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Peace. Peace, family. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and check us out on about.online.com. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for exclusive playlists and social media for all different types of segments and content.